I confess my girlfriend has a special song for touching my butthole, which is kind of adorable. I mean, you know, I don't know what the song is.
I am Mia Martina.
I'm Julie Gillis.
I'm Sadie Smythe.
And we are the producers of BedPost Confessions. It's an amazing show filled with incredible artists, readers, writers, performers, all kinds of things, and they like to talk about sex, relationships, gender,
love,
and the body.
Mia and I, and Julie actually, were writing about our sex lives and thought, how cool would it be to have a platform for me and whoever else wanted to tell these stories that are being consumed online. And so we met, and that was one of the first things we talked about, doing a sex storytelling show.
So every show has 4 performers and then generally 4 or 5 slots of confessions. The podcast has been going for as long as the show as well. It's been easier to put podcasts out than it is to put a book out. And still that isn't even enough because people are just like, my confession, I need it read, I need it, you know, heard.
Time for your confessions! I confess I like to read Harry Potter fanfic to get me in the mood.
I love any sandwich where I get to be the meat.
I confess I'm terrified of confessing who I am to anyone but me.
The artists who will come to us and say, I have this idea for a story. And we'll sit with them, listen to them, find what the story is really about and dig in. People have really discovered pieces of themselves over the years telling stories of themselves.
Turns out that lots of random sex can be more confusing than enlightening.
Flood my body with every story that has ever consumed me.
We always got naked and played with our dilly bobs.
I want to fucking ravage your body, but before I do that, I want to fucking ravage your mind first.
A person outside of BedPost who's never seen the show might assume, oh, I don't know if I want to go to that show because it's a dirty show. What they're not necessarily knowing yet is that the story might have sex as an entry point. No pun intended. But it is about some kind of part of the human condition. And so some of those stories may not even sound sexual by the time the story's over.
I do not know where the good grows or bad lives, but I do know that my heart, it is an unstoppable engine.
I think a lot of times when we're talking about sex, it's really about connection and intimacy and finding somebody that you let your guard down with, which can be really hard to do.
There's a lot of work to do.
Well, there's a lot of conversations to have. I don't know, these are things that people don't talk about.
It's your sex life.
Yeah.
It's your whole life. Right. It's not just like what you do between 7 and 11 at night. It's your entire life.
BedPost Confessions is not only a live storytelling show, it's also a community that has really expanded and grown over the 6 years that we've been doing it. And it's something that sometimes we're astounded by.
He needs encouragement and support. Can y'all give him a round of applause?
I always say it's the thing I'm most proud of besides having my child. I feel that strongly. Our goals for the show have changed over the years, but I am definitely proud of what we've done.
The use of theater as ritual, the use of space as ritual, bringing people together, and it isn't just like this heavy-duty message, but it's really fun, gets people out in the world feeling better about themselves, better about their bodies, and then it just sort of avalanches into more peaceful relationships. So that's why I do it.
I think I do BedPost Confessions because I can't not, and I am really proud of it as well. And it is community, and it is, you know, really creating a space for people to
Be themselves.
Be themselves, yeah, right? I mean, whatever that is.